Hello and welcome to another in-depth look at Massive. This is Dan from EDM Academy, and in this video we'll be taking a look at the modulation possibilities available in Massive. Massive comes with 4 editable envelope pages, as well as 4 modulation pages. First, let's take a look at an envelope page. Before I go over the features available in the envelope page, I first need to explain how envelopes and modulations are assigned in Massive. If you look at most parameters in Massive, they will be accompanied by one or more small black boxes nearby. Inside of the tab of each envelope and modulation page is a small arrow icon. In order to assign an envelope or modulation, click on the arrow of the page you wish to use, and drag it into the black box next to the parameter you wish to modulate. Now you should see the page number inside of the black box. To create the modulation depth, click on this number and drag upwards or downwards. Now, the origin of the knob will coincide with the bottom end of the assigned modulation, and the end point of the line will coincide with the top end of the assigned modulation. Envelopes operate on a sequence known as ADSR, which stands for Attack, Decay, Sustain, and Release. The attack parameter controls how long the envelope takes to reach its highest point, and its respective level knob controls how high this point is. The decay parameter controls how long the envelope takes to reach its sustain period. The sustain can be set anywhere between the top and bottom ends of the envelope and is set using the second level knob. The release parameter controls how long the envelope takes to return to its bottom value after a MIDI note has been released or stops playing. Aside from the standard ADSR controls, there is a delay knob. This parameter controls how long the envelope waits to enter its attack phase after a MIDI note starts to play. The velocity and key tracking sliders allow MIDI note velocity and pitch to control the value of the envelope's highest point. For example, if the velocity slider is turned up, an envelope would barely engage for a lightly played note, and would engage fully for a strongly played note. If the key tracking slider is turned up, a lower pitch note will engage the envelope more so than a higher pitch note. The S-loop is a special envelope feature in Massive that allows you more freedom to create unique sounding envelopes. We'll be showing you more about the S-loop in another in-depth video. Massive comes with a variety of envelope presets that you can load and edit. You may also create user presets by saving your own envelopes. By default, the decay of Massive's envelopes are exponential. This results in a curved line going into the sustain portion. To use a straight line instead, select the linear option. In gate mode, the envelope will jump to its release stage as soon as a MIDI note stops being played. In one-shot mode, the envelope will trigger once per MIDI note and then continue its full sequence regardless of how long the MIDI note is played for. In hold mode, the envelope will remain in its sustain stage even after a note is released, and will stop when the note is played again or a new note is played. That's it for envelopes. In part 2, we'll be looking at the rest of Massive's modulation possibilities.